I'll show you guys the board here real quick. So we got Rick down here on this side. Scenario says we have to get off the table on that side. So we could run straight with the middle. We could go around the sides. We could try and pick up the 4 supply counters that are scattered around there. So supply counters, we've got 1 on each of the police cars. We've got 1 back here on the tractor, 1 over there on the Jeep, and then we got a couple other pieces scattered throughout. We got some barricades. We got a nice looking bus stop over here. We got the walker driver, and then the old man back there. So we got 12 walkers on the board, 4 supply counters, 1 survivor. Alright guys, so our survivor for this game is going to be the police officer Rick Grimes, and the scenario is going to start us out with 20 points of equipment. But because we did so well in the first game, and we collected 3 supply counters, we're going to get an extra 5 points per supply counter for a total of 35 points of equipment for this mission. So we chose to give Rick his hatchet and a small knife. That way we can get the reroll coming off of that. We're going to give Rick the leather jacket in case he gets in trouble in melee. And we're going to finish it out by giving him 5 points for bandages. So all in all, that's going to be 33 out of the 35 potential points that we were allowed to have. Quick look here at our gaming area. If you got to see the video on all the accessories, you can see them here in use. So we've got the player dashboard with the sleeved cards. We've got the trays holding the event and supply cards. And then we've got the threat tracker over here on the side, starting on 4 for this mission. Alright guys, so we're going to do here for turn 1. We are going to have Rick run over here about 7 inches or so towards that car, and that's going to bring Walker Shane around here to meet him. That's going to be the end of his first turn. So we'll go into the kill zones. The only other walker near them is down here, and she's outside the kill zone there. So we'll go to our first event card. Event card is going to be Thunderstorm, so +1 to the threat. We started on 4, so we're now 5. Sudden storm breaks out, immediately discard all gory clothing. Don't have any of that. And then talks about shooting. So no one's carrying a gun right now. So this is going to go off to the side. We'll move into the melee phase. So threat's going to go up again by 1. So we're now at 6. Rick is going to take on Shane. Remember, Rick's carrying his hatchet, so he's going to have 1 white base, 1 white for the hatchet against the 1 purple for Shane. Alright, so we'll roll down here. And Rick takes out Walker. Alright, so we come back up here. This Walker is removed. And there's no one down, there's no one bitten. We'll increase the threat by 1, up to 7. And that is the end of turn 1. So beginning of turn 2, Rick is going to move into the car and search the first supply token. And Rick is going to come up with a bottle of liquor. So he can discard this at the beginning of an activation to ignore the panic roll. Back out here, kill zones. Everyone is outside of the kill zone. So we will go to the second event card, which is Feeding Frenzy. We are in low threat, so we're going to roll black for each survivor that's engaged in melee, and we don't have any of them. So if there are no models in melee, add 1 to the threat level. So we'll add 1. We are now at 8. Back out here, we've got no melee, no bites, no prone models. That's the end of that turn as well. We will start turn 3. Alright, for start turn 3, we're going to have Rick try and make his way over here to this other police car. So, put that there down. Rick's going to turn and run full 8 over here and draw in that zombie over there. Alright, we'll check out the kill zones now. You can see everyone back here is outside. He's the closest one to Rick right now. So he's outside the kill zone. We'll go into our third event card. So we are going to go +1 threat up to 9, now at medium. White walkers enter play from each table edge. All right, so we'll roll 1 white. And we get 1 from each table edge. So we'll put them down and I'll show you where they came on. So I'll show you where those walkers came on the board at. Down here on the bottom edge we have the nurse walker. And we'll turn the board around here. We have the lady that came on next to the punk rocker on that side. On the back edge on the escape side, we have Walker Shane coming back in the center of the board. And over here on that side by the car Rick already searched, we've got Walker Duane coming on that end. So come back around here, and we've got Rick in combat with the 1 police officer at her car. So again, Rick is going to roll 2 white, and the Walker is going to roll 1 purple. We'll take care of the combat down here. And let's see. Because Rick can dual wield, we are allowed to re-roll 1 of those. So we're going to try and give this guy a re-roll, see if we can get a headshot, because we're already tied combat. And we don't. We just win. So we'll come back out here. She's going to get knocked back an inch, and we will mark her as prone. She's down. There's no bites. We'll roll to see if she gets back up. So remember, badge is good, blank is bad. And she's going to get back up. So we will now take that away because she's back up. No bites. We'll end the turn. Increase threat by 1. Now threat time. So start turn 4. Rick is going to sneak around to the front side of this car because that walker is no longer in contact with it. So we're going to come around to the front end over here, be out everyone's kill zone, and search the second objective marker. See what we get this time. We get another bottle this time. This is the Molotov. So we can throw this if we want to. We'll add double red to a ranged attack roll. And we'll set everyone on fire. So we'll put that in our pack. Okay, that was both of Rick's actions. So we'll check the kill zones now. You can see here, she is out of the kill zone. He is also out of the kill zone. Those are the 2 closest. So we'll move into our next event card. This is +2 to the threat. So we go 11, 12. And we are in medium. So double blue walkers enter play. Same walkers are moved towards the nearest survivor. So we'll roll, see how many come on. Right, so we'll roll see how many walkers are going to come on here. 4. All right, let's grab some more walkers. All right, so we put those 4 walkers on the board, and now the second part says they're all moved towards the nearest survivor. So because Rick is the only survivor, all of them are going to move towards him. So we will move this first one 6 inches, and he's going to hit the car. Second one to come on is this guy back here in the corner. So he is going to move towards Rick up 6 to the back side of that truck. We'll keep going around the table. We got this new guy back here. He's going to make his way towards Rick. And lastly, we got this new guy down here. He's going to go over there as well. So he's going to go up and run to the side of the car. So we'll come back around here to Rick. And I really want to pick up a lot more supply tokens than 2, but I think it's about time to think about getting off of the board. You can see it's really starting to get kind of thick up there with lots of walker bodies. So we have no melee combat. That was our event card. No one is prone. There are no bites. We'll increase the threat up to 13. About to move into high and start the next turn. Start turn 5. This is going to be the time where Rick starts to hightail it to get off of the board. So we're going to have him come around here, sneak. Well, we're going to run 4 to the front of the truck, turn the corner, and then run the other 4, all 8, to get out to here. And you can't see where here is, so we'll spin that guy around. Closest walker is probably going to be the truck driver. So he's going to come away from there and now engage Rick. So now that's what that looks like out there. That was both of Rick's actions. Well, I guess his only action. So we will check kill zones now. He's outside of kill zone. He is outside of the kill zone, which is good for Rick. So we'll now move into our next event card. Alright, so our next event card is Roamers. We're in medium threat. Each player rolls blue and moves that many eligible walkers in a direction of their choice. Because we're playing solo, the direction of my choice will be towards the survivor. We'll roll 1 blue and get a 1. We'll come back out, open that guy all the way up so we can see just who we want to move towards Rick. And I think we're going to take someone from the further end of the board and move in our direction. So let's take this lady all the way back here and bring her up 6 inches. So she's not as far back as she was now. We'll move into combat. So we will increase threat by 1. We are now in high threat at 14. And let's see if Rick can take out this truck driver. Let's look at Rick's 2 white against the walker 1 purple. And we don't need to reroll that one because Rick has taken out another walker. Alright, so we come back out here. Rick has gotten rid of another walker, so we'll get rid of him. And again, no prone walkers, no bites. We will increase threat by 1, move it up to 15. And alright, so we're now at the start of turn 6, and as tempting as it would be to turn around and try and search that truck to pick up an extra supply token, I think I'm just going to play it safe and run off the board edge to try and end the game here. So let's see if we got enough movement to make that happen. No, we're not in short. So we'll see what happens. Before we do that though, we're going to try to use an action to lower the threat. Rick couldn't do this at all in the last game, so we'll see if he can pull it off this one. Oh, so close. So the threat's going to stay at 15, so Rick is going to move his full 8 and be just on the cusp of making it off the board edge. So that's going to create noise and move Shane over here to Rick. We will go into the kill zones. We can look at these. There's no one who's going to be within range, but just to follow the turn sequence, we'll check it. And we'll check our hopefully final event card, which is going to be the herd. So we are in high threat. So the player with initiative chooses a walker and moves it in the direction of their choice. All eligible walkers within 8 inches of the chosen walker also move converging on the chosen walker. And all prone walkers are going to stand up. So we have no prone walkers, but we can make this look really, really cinematic here for the end of the game. So let's pick one, move a bunch, and we'll show you what we did. So we moved the nurse zombie up from the back of the board, and we pulled everyone within 8 inches of her and had them shamble in towards her. So we got this nice cluster in the middle of the board right now that looks like they're going to chase us as we run off of the board, which is kind of cool. But what we're worried about is Rick and Shane down here. So we'll try and get in nice and tight, and we are going to have Rick with his 2 white against the walker with his 1 purple, and we'll see if Rick can take care of one final walker to get off the board. Alright, so we'll see if Rick can get off the board here. And the walker blanks. So we're going to win combat, but because we can, we're going to try to re-roll, see if we can kill him. Almost. So we still win combat. So we come down here. Rick has won the combat, so we're going to move Shane back an inch. We'll grab a prone marker and throw one there. And we'll actually roll to see if he gets back up, because that's going to be the end of that turn. Alright, so we'll roll to see if Shane gets back up. And he's going to stay down this time. Alright, so Shane stays down. We increase the threat by 1, up to 16. And there are no bites still. That is the end of that turn. So this is the start of turn 7. All we have to do is take Rick and sneak him off the side of the board right there. And that's going to end the game. So let me know down in the comments below, please. Did you enjoy this one? What did you think of the board? How do you like being able to swing the board around like that? Hopefully it helps with the presentation some. Do me a favor and go over and subscribe to the page. Look for some more battle reports coming out. We're going to have a few terrain reviews. I'm going to show off a couple of kits that I have, and hopefully you guys will like them and maybe think about picking some of those guys up. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Look for the next one coming out soon.